think actually there's any justifiable rhetoric to say that this was all stoked up by those who are anti-immigration. But I read that actually there were a load of foreign nationals who were tweeting up the fake news.
I mean, is it right-wing to point out that there's a lot of migration in this country and that might cause issues? I mean, you know, if you're just going to look at it on a sort of a purely practical level, if you don't have the level of investment in this country that we've needed for some time, and you're importing large amounts of people in at the same time, and you're not keeping pace, therefore, with services or with infrastructure, is that necessarily a right-wing thing to point out, especially if that's going to affect many of the poorest people in society? I would have thought that that could be as equally left or right. I suppose where people would say it is right-wing is going to come from that idea of, I suppose, a sort of an ethno-nationalist sort of sense of what Britain should be, which I really do think is very much a small minority in this country. I don't think it is quite as large as The Guardian would like it to be. But it will get bigger if you continue to just ignore people's complaints about these things.
Are you open-minded to the idea that it's not a left-right issue?
Well, I think that's certainly true, that if you don't have enough infrastructure, new homes, and you have, this is now legal migration, net migration of circa 1 million people in 1 year, then that is absolutely going to create problems. You can be pro-immigration, anti, whatever, doesn't matter. It's going to create problems with regards to certain public services, like healthcare, housing, etc.
Reform, I think, came out of nowhere, really, and it's a lack of brand recognition as much as anything that I think that held them back. In many ways, actually, you could say that they probably should have done, as you say, slightly better. And people also don't really trust Labour on the issue of migration. They blame, I think, Tony Blair for opening those floodgates.